Hi everyone! So today we're going to talk about holocrons and kyber crystals you can find at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And they have voices inside, and we're going to talk about the sounds that they make inside of our holocrons. Today we have Tim from Game Time, another channel that I am part of. It's a game channel that we play video games on.
Just started it.
So he's here to give us his vast, amazing Star Wars knowledge that, whatever.
I kind of like Star Wars.
Whatever I can't share on, he might know.
So
yeah.
Okay. So we have two Kyber crystals. We have the Sith Kyber crystal, Holocron, and we have the Jedi Holocron. I'm getting it mixed up now too. The first appearance of the Jedi Holocron was in one of the earlier episodes of Clone Wars. Kanan Jarrus had it, and he was, I guess, kind of keeping it, hiding it, and Ezra Bridger found it, and that's kind of where it all started. Yeah, it was calling out to him. So that's that's the first appearance of this. They were talked about in other lore before that, and they were considered to be the repositories of knowledge and information for the Jedi Order. And if you couldn't get to the Jedi Temple, then you would use the crystal, the holocrons. Now, of course, these are just representations. So they put a crystal in, as they are in the Galaxy's Edge. And
Is that real?
No.
Oh.
Does it speak to you?
Yes.
Okay.
I can hear Obi-Wan.
Mallory. So the Kyber crystals would be put inside of the holocron, and the holocron would output information. It would keep memories, it would keep important information, it would keep a lot of different things. And so they were really important. The Sith holocron was introduced in a later episode of the Clone Wars when Darth Maul... Oh, sorry, Rebels. Clone Wars. No, I was talking about Clone Wars for this one. Clone Wars was for this one.
Kaden wasn't in Clone Wars.
Oh, so my mistake. I'm thinking of Rebels. My mistake.
It's Rebels.
She's right. And then this was introduced also in a later episode of the Rebels, where it was trying to be sought after by Darth Maul, who enlisted Ezra Bridger as his helper. He was trying to catch him as his apprentice, but didn't really work out for him too well. And so he was trying to get this to gain the power that is held within, the knowledge, because the knowledge is power, and that's how the Sith rule their universe. And so the holocron was introduced in there, and this also has it's very similar to the Jedi holocron, except it's just a triangle. I'm assuming there is some lore around the shapes. I don't know that lore, if there is any. If you have any idea or you have some background, it'd be great for you to comment below. But I'm not aware of it. So they've come around in different comics, and they've come around in a few of the different series, so they've been in a lot of stuff, and they're actually really cool in that they help further knowledge for those who are learning. And so that's kind of their usage.
So just out of the gate, these are $50 a piece at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So
might get them a little cheaper if you're an annual pass holder.
Yeah, you get an annual pass discount or a cast member discount if you have any of those at either Galaxy's Edge at Batuu in Anaheim, California Park, or Hollywood Studios Batuu at Walt Disney World Park.
And those are the only places you can get them. You can't get them anywhere else in the park. If you're not in Batuu East or West, you can't get them.
Correct. So just out of the gate, that's how much they cost to the general public. Also, you do not need a Kyber crystal to activate these.
Nope.
So just as a reference, we're going to show that to you. So if you turn these knobs, it will light up. So let me turn off our light.
Where'd it go?
Oh my goodness, it's spooky.
So that's the Sith holocron, and obviously, like we all know, Sith is red, and so it follows the red.
So as you can see right here, there are dots that are not glowing.
Those are the pressure points that you push to activate the crystal, or the holocron. Got a very Slytherin sound to it.
Do you know who I am?
Hashtag Harry Potter crossover.
The Sith killed each other, victims of their own greed. But from the ashes of destruction, I was the last survivor. I chose to pass my knowledge on to only one. I created a legacy so resilient that now you come before me. Have you come to be my apprentice?
I believe the voice is supposed to be
Darth
Bane,
right?
I think it's Darth Bane or something like that. It's supposed to be the master of Darth Sidious is supposed to be that voice, which makes me question the Jedi Cube, as we'll show you in a second, because I feel like the Jedi they used for that was a little less powerful, I guess. So we'll just turn this on, and you can see it goes blue. And so the blue is going to be the standard color, no crystal in here. And the voice, you'll notice right away.
This is Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. I regret to report that both our Jedi Order and the Republic have fallen, with the dark shadow of the Empire rising to take their place.
And you can tell it's the young Obi-Wan. It's the Ewan McGregor Obi-Wan.
This message is a warning and a reminder for any surviving Jedi. Trust in the Force. Do not return to the Temple. That time has passed, and our future is uncertain. We will each be challenged, our trust, our faith, our friendships, but we must persevere, and in time, a new hope will emerge. May the Force be with you, always.
Foreshadowing much? Or post-shadowing?
This is Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. I regret to report that both our Jedi...
So we've repeated them. And at any time you can just shut them off by just turning these. The big difference between the Sith Holocron and the Jedi Holocron is that the Sith Holocron, you only have to turn one of the sides to get the whole thing to activate. Whereas with the Jedi Holocron, you have to turn... If you just turn one side, you can see it doesn't activate. You have to have both turned for it to activate. So here's your big difference.
So what's also pretty interesting with these is just like in the Rebel series, if you do put them together, you do get a result. So we're also going to show you that too.
That was one that took people probably a few days to figure it out. It's kind of cool. I think it was meant to be like a secret, but it is very cool. And so you'll see that when you take this one and you put the Sith on top of it, or you could put it in any orientation, really, but usually on top of it's easiest because it balances.
You know, a triangle and a square.
But you'll see it'll change color. And then what you do is you push either one of the pressure points. It doesn't really matter. I'll show you both.
Jedi and Sith wield the Ashlar and Bogan, the light and the dark. I'm the one in the middle, the Bendu.
Oh, Bendu, not Batu. I said Batu.
Bendu.
I take no side. I am beyond your worrying and wars. I am unseen, unknowable, like a rock in the river. If two such powerful sources of knowledge are united, they will grant a clarity of vision beyond your kind. When joined, any secret, wisdom, or destiny can be seen through the Force. One could bring much chaos with such hidden truths.
So if you're wondering who the Bendu is, if you haven't watched the Clone War, or the Rebels series, I keep saying Clone Wars. If you haven't watched the Rebels series, then you would have no clue who Bendu is. Bendu was a creature of Force-sensitive capability. He was not a Jedi. But he was very much the middle of the road, as he says. A
ginormous beast.
Yeah, he was huge. I would kind of call him like a cross between a ram and a gorilla. Would probably be the closest thing I would say he looks like. But he's very, like, ominous, and he's very kind of... He blends in. He does very good at blending in so that no one knows when he's there.
He helped Ezra and
Kanan. Yeah.
Kanan along their journey.
Yes. He helped Kanan become, as he said, who he was meant to be, and he really helped to further Ezra's capabilities as a Jedi.
Yeah. So that's just a little bit of what they can do. Stay tuned for the Kyber crystal voices. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
See ya.